his voice, Matt booed his name. Greenberg whispers, Sarah schemes. Grand Filness ruling Xbox dreams. But silence now, the halls are cold. Gaming Gandalf spells grow. Oh, where are they now? When the end is near, bootleg Jez and Dusty appear to shield the crown, to fight the shame. But it's a shadow of the old domain. The console wars, they raged for years. Dust and pixels, blood and cheers. But the fortress crumbled, cracks and stone. A dynasty left all alone. Legends fade, the light grows dim. Empty seats where kings have been. Where are they now? When the end is near, bootleg Jez and Dusty appear to shield the crown, to fight the shame. But it's a shadow of the old domain.
Yo, yo, yo. Happy Friday, grinders. How you doing out there? Oh, man, it is Friday. Sorry, just a little late. Sorry, not 15 minutes. But I was wrapping up some things, and I had to make sure I got everything taken care of before I went live. Plus, my computer is doing funny things, and I had to take care of it with updates. Yes, updates. No, I'm lying. I was playing Battlefield. Oh, Battlefield! Nah. I did get to play. I'll wait. Yo, Battlefield 6, baby. It dropped, and we're cooking. So, hey, let me tell you something, grinders. As you're coming on in here, hit that like button. Let me tell you something. We're going to be going game and grind tonight, man. You're getting a double feature. This is like a drive-in grindhouse movie theater. You're getting a double feature today. You're going to get a live show, talk about how Laura Fryer cooking Xbox, no oil. And then we're going to be playing this evening, in the evening hours, around 8, 9 o'clock, man, when all the people are in bed, the grindhouse lights go on. And we're going to be playing Battlefield. When I booted it up, when it launched, man, I was in a queue, 300,000. It said, wait in the queue, man. It was like Beetlejuice. I got into that queue, and I saw the queue. It's like, you are number 300,000 in the queue. And I was like, oh, man, this is like Beetlejuice 1 when they got into the waiting room, and they said that you are 1 million person dead. Bring your cheeseburger and chips, Lady Gamer. That's right. Bring your hors d'oeuvres. But hey, if you want to play, put those chips down. We're going to be grinding. Let me just tell you something quickly about Battlefield. Because it's going to take a Battlefield to put down Ghosts of Yotei. Because, oh my God, I want to play that game every single time I'm not podcasting, working, or doing stuff with the family. I want to play Yotei. My son is going through. He's playing it on his own account. He's going crazy. I hear him yelling and screaming. I'm like, no spoilers. I'm like, you guys, to me, screaming at him. Don't tell me anything. He's like, but Dad, I did this. I got that. I'm like, don't tell me anything. I'm acting like my own grindhouse chat. Soon you say Ghost of Yotei, Who's the person? Let's see. I gotta wait. I'll wait for it to hit. Somebody in the chat will tell me. No spoilers. Don't worry, no spoilers. But I'm yelling at him about that stuff. Loving that. But Battlefield, let me tell you something. Yo, it is clean. I didn't even start the campaign. I know some people are doing a campaign. Yo, it is clean. And man, it is so much stuff. I just want to live in it, man. I want to live in Battlefield. It is crazy. The campaign, I didn't even campaign. They got all the modes all ready to go. I played I did a couple of just like deathmatch, like team deathmatch. Feels so good. The controls. Yo, wait till we stream tonight, man. There are so many gadgets now that you could use that were not in the beta. See, Lord Hog says that. Well, shout out. Lord Hog's in the house. We got Kratos talking about Yote. We got Bill Akira. Shout out to you before I get into all the stuff. Social joins, Lord Hog. We got who else? We Compost, Not Your Mother, said your Phil Ness. Lady Gamer, we got here. Dog Zone in the house. Yo, what's up? How you doing? I'm doing well. Go Giants. Oh, baby. Phil, what do you say? It's tough being green.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at
See, now my son came down here. He's about to spoil Ghost of Yote. What would you like to say?
I'm about to get the...
Don't spoil!
No, I'm just... Yo.
No spoil.
No, come on. No.
Get out of here.
I'm about to get the one stick.
No, see what he's doing? He's even coming down while I'm doing a podcast trying to spoil the game.
I'm not trying to spoil.
Well, what are you doing now?
I'm getting the stick.
All right, good. I don't want to hear anything about sticks. That's it. We're done. Thank you very much. Go play it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. The Grindhouse wants to know. See what I mean? He wants to run the end, so tell me all about the game. I had to get him out of here. But anyway, he goes crazy. He tells me all about it. Jumping around, he's all excited. He got his headphones on. He's immersed. And this was going on. Spoilers. No spoilers. See, it's in my house. My house is like the chat. Shout out to everybody coming on the Topia Journalist, kid. Topia Journalist. That's right. Yo, no, man. I was like, go play Battlefield. But anyway, Battlefield has so much stuff on it, dude. See, he's hovering around. And I was like, get away. Don't say anything. He's telling me about the weapons he's getting. Just stop it. You tell me he's fighting he's on the hunt. That's Sony quality, man. Yo, he plays Fortnite, Rocket League. He plays all those games with every time. He played the Demon Slayer one. He loves that one. But he played that one. And now goes to Yote. Like I told him, I play different games, man, and he's all about it. He loves it. You know, he's gonna beat the game, and I gotta hide from him. But that's what happens. So I got adult things to do. Anyway, but Battlefield has a whole custom map. The creative map. People already created the crazy. We'll check it out tonight, man. There's some creative maps, but man, if you got Battlefield, hit me up on. It's cross-play, so hit me up on there. We could even do a server. You could host servers, dude. See, Compost says his kid spoils everything. Hit that like button, grinders, if your kids spoil everything for you. There, my goodness. My goodness. Albert Gouchard in the house. Mr. Tennis. Mr. Tennis. Oh, really? The latest update fixed the graphics even sharper on there? Liquidate will be there. Thank you, man. Yo, we're going to be doing it because you could do custom maps. Yo, there's custom game modes. People made like a conquest mode with no vehicles, like hardcore yo, there's so much. That's what I mean. The portal is so good. We do crossplay. But yeah, Battlefield, I can't wait, man. It is it's a playground, man. It is a playground of just a first-person quality incredibleness. Yo, Buck Roger in the house. How you doing, man? You just complaining now it's 15 minutes late. Sorry, Buck Roger. Sorry, Buck Roger, on that one. But yeah, man, it's great gaming, great stuff. And then we can have some fun seeing all the former Microsoft executives roasting Xbox. It don't stop, man. This is a low point for them. Very low. Like I said before, Grinders. Like I said before, I think that this is, they're fighting for their lives. The people there, like trying to do. But I think we're at the point of no return, man. There's no return. There's no coming back from price hikes. You know, there's no like we learned we're gonna drop the price. They let this thing go, and I think now, you know, we've been watching it, Grinders. We've been following this, and I think now we see that this is it. There's no polling. There's no we heard you anymore. And I think that's pretty telling because we're on Friday now. It's been over a week and a half since the price increases were announced. No addressing at all this week from any of the Xbox Yote 6, the Xbox 6. Nothing from them. And it's all been a lot of former executives. It's been like, deglazing going on here, saying like, we told you so. It's been a week and a half of we told you so's, and they have nothing to say. The ROG Ally X is got voted Time's most innovative product. Meanwhile, they put love handles and Xbox button on it. Asus probably can't wait to put the Steam version out of it. And really, they're nowhere to be found. Nothing from Sarah, nothing from Phil, nothing from Xbox. And like I showed you on the show, and again, shout out to all the VIPs in the house. I did a VIP special show. I try to do one a month where we show, talk about some topics, ask the grinders what's going on. You guys bring up questions. We ask them, answer them live. I show you, I put on the camera. I show some cool things, some 3D prints. I show the cool tech, the stuff that powers the gaming grindhouse, where I work or what I do, and some recommendations on tech and gaming and headphones and music and 3D prints I show. So like a whole bunch of stuff. So if you're a VIP or you get a VIP, or if you want to upgrade to a VIP, that video is there waiting for you. It was an awesome 2.5 hour show of a bunch of stuff and just behind the scenes, some news stuff as well as the questions came through. So check that out if you have not yet, and check out Monday's show too, because that was a blast and craziness. And we were waiting. I was waiting to see if something was going to happen, and nothing did. But it's been crazy. And definitely the Cerny thing came out, which we're gonna see. We may get to it, may not. I definitely want to focus this on Laura Fryer reaction video and just kind of that, and then we'll talk about what Cerny did, which I think was very interesting. But again, I'm not one to just kind of let's glaze over the tech and just be like, oh my god, because we got to see it in action. And but we'll talk about it, because I think it's very telling. On top of all this, when people were coming out at Xbox for the last week because of the price announcement, whether they're not going to do a hardware anymore, that the Cerninator comes out, hit with his emoji in the chat. The Cerninator comes out here with his eyes glazed red, ready to cook, and happens to talk about in future consoles. So timing on Sony's part and AMD, I think it seemed like they responded to this whole what's the console future, and Cerny came out and basically said, bitch, we got one. And Microsoft's still flapping in the winds with trying to hope, like, ROG Ally X's and
Seen the next Xbox hardware release. Our Xbox Ally.
yeah, whatever. The people not buying it, dude. People not buying the lies. People want what you used to do. This whole pivot and all this other stuff, it's not working. And it's so crazy that these former executives come out and they're like, yeah, I could write a book. Shannon Loftus, Pete Hines. It wasn't exclusive until they bought us. And all these things. And what's his name? Mike Ybarra. And Laura Fryer. She came out, her video. She's not dropping videos like every week. She dropped a video when they announced this ROG Ally, going, when Xbox is everywhere, Xbox is nowhere. And that's exactly what it is, because there is no identity. And we watch some videos. We'll react to Zoinks as well to show you, like, really, it really is. They're like, well, they had a great year in software. It's like, but they got third-party games that are on everything, and they just bought them, and they didn't do any marketing to make it their brand. They didn't go out of their way to show that Doom was Xbox. No, they just said Doom's everywhere. It's in Game Pass. Like, very lackadaisical. Like, what they don't realize is that by taking third-party games that are on everything, you got to put like a lot of marketing behind it to identify it with you. There's Sony and the marketing with Spider-Man. And look what they did, and look what Sony did with their games, their marketing and their identity. Microsoft went out of their way, spent $80 billion, took a bunch of third-party games that were everywhere, and didn't market them properly to be associated with Xbox. They kind of just said, yeah, it's in Game Pass. All right. And it's like, yeah, but you got to do more than that, because if you want your brand and your identity to continue, whether it's on console, whether it's on cloud, you got to put in the work to say that these games are you. And they haven't done that. And they just kind of dump it out. And everybody's like looking, like, look at Ninja Gaiden. And of all of them, Ninja Gaiden 4, I was mentioning this, on the VIP stream, was that it comes out in 12 days. A few days. It comes out soon. And what's going on with Ninja Gaiden 4? They had a couple of people had hands-on of a couple of months ago. But where's the marketing? Where's all the special editions? Where's the Ryu, a collectible? Where's all the marketing for Ninja Gaiden? Phil went to Japan. Where is it? And I'm sure they go Phil flew to Japan to make Ninja Gaiden 4 happen. Where is it? Where's the marketing? How were you just gonna just dump this game in Game Pass? Yeah, Ninja Gaiden, we got it. Where's the road? Where's the marketing? Where are the commercials? Where's the Sunday show and Sunday football showing Ninja Gaiden's coming? Where is it? They went out there, took pictures of Greenberg, Delta Victor Bravo, but where's the marketing? Where's their identity going? Well, Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming back, everybody. We brought it back. You don't even own it. This is a perfect. This is crazy. But nah, they just kind of just dump it, and they've been doing that. They've been just dumping this stuff, and it's brand identity that's hurting. But they say Xbox is everywhere. But what is Xbox? What is it? It's our cloud. It's streaming games from a console. It's everything that's it's so confusing because the question is, what is an Xbox? Oh, it's everything that runs cloud. Is it? Then what is your Xbox console? That's called an Xbox. And a PC branded as an Xbox? No. It's crazy. And Ghost and Battlefield's taking over the world right now. And Ghost of Yote is taking over the internet, man. I'm telling you, that game is freaking incredible. The photos, the animations, the story, it's crazy. It's quality. And you got people, Call of Duty's fighting for its life right now. It's doing all these features. They're trying to fix stuff. But let's get into the Laura Fryer video, shall we? And watch how Laura Fryer is frying Xbox, no oil. And let's see what she had to say about this whole price increase and all this stuff. And why am I hearing myself? There we go. Let me turn this thing off and let's react to the Laura Fryer video on this Friday. Hit that like button, grinders. Subscribe if you're new. We got some golds here for some music. Laura Fryer cooking Xbox. But let's see what she had to say. Oh, actually, we'll go to oops, changed the wrong thing. There we go.
Microsoft is going to make a game console.
We weren't sure how we were going to do it. Risk was enormous.
I got some Film Nest Friday for you.
Dominant company of the era, but success or even survival was anything but preordained.
We started to ship quality games.
And at the same time, we weren't doing anything in the console space.
When Xbox started, I was skeptical. I wasn't sure we should pursue it. You see, we had just turned the corner with PC gaming, and the Internet Gaming Zone was doing really well. We had over 13 million users, and it was the most popular place online to play video games. I thought it was insane that we would abandon our foundation of gaming on Windows to chase the console business. But I knew I was biased. I was one of the founders of Microsoft Game Studios and the producer of the Internet Gaming Zone. I had worked incredibly hard to ship that platform in 9 months. At the same time, I also knew that it was easy to chase the shiny new thing and crash your business. Microsoft was not my first job. Before joining Microsoft, I had worked at a lot of different companies, and one of them was this crazy company that would sell juicers. It was called The Juice Man.
She worked for the Juice Man. Oh, man. Michael Meridian with the 2, he goes, they're marketing where it's being sold. Oh, man. So you think they're marketing where it's being sold? Well, she worked for the Juice Man, so we'll cover, let's get to where the Xbox part is. But one of the things I thought so far in the beginning of this thing where she said, I thought it's interesting that she feels that they abandoned the PC gaming to chase the console stuff. So she was biased to it. And I think it's something to definitely make a point of, is that Microsoft's, remember the Valentine's Day massacre and how angry Bill Gates was of throwing this idea of Xbox, that he screamed, and then somebody went over, what about Sony? And that all of a sudden made him turn over a leaf going, okay, well, let's do this. So you remember that the Xbox was sort of like this horror show. Like, nobody really wanted to do it. There were these few passion project guys from the DirectX team that wanted to make this thing, and they did what about Sony? You know? And that's what changed it around. But Bill Gates wasn't all about this. He didn't think that this was something to chase after. He thought, you know, he wanted Windows on it, and they didn't want Windows on it. They just wanted to make a gaming box, and they fought him hard on it. And, you know, but when they said Sony taking over the living room, all of a sudden, that's when they changed their mind, and the Valentine's Day massacre and the Xbox then was a green lit. And then they had to figure out, well, what do we do about games? And that's when they went over to try to buy Nintendo. So that was the start of Xbox. It wasn't like, let's bring this art form and work. It was sort of like, we got to stop Sony from taking over the living room. And that was the origins of it.
Remove the
It wasn't even that it had games, but anyway.
Before you know why it's there. And this is one of the challenges I think Xbox is facing right now. I'm not sure that their leadership understands what makes Xbox great. I'm not sure they're listening to their fans. They keep doubling down on decisions that make it clear that they've been in a bubble and that all of this feedback doesn't seem to reach them anymore.
Hey everyone, Xbox Game Pass is getting an upgrade. We've listened to your feedback, and now you have even more freedom to choose how you play the games you want.
People were pretty upset about this video, but in fairness, they got it right. I mean, they did give their fans the freedom to choose, and they have. They've left. Not one fan asked for their Game Pass price to be raised by 50%, or for the price of the Xbox to go up by 30%. And this tone-deaf video is further confirmation that the bubble at Xbox is real. Leadership doesn't understand what made them great. That yes-man culture that took over in 2008 has only gotten worse, and this is the result. A crazy price increase for their fans after announcing that Game Pass had made $5 billion. This strategy...
See? So, like, there she says, that the whole tone-deaf Xbox doesn't sound familiar. It sounds like when they said DRM and 24-hour check-ins, you know, this is what you wanted. You know, you wanted to go digital. You wanted to take it. You don't have to trade your games in. You have this library, this digital library. That's people are like, no, that's not what I wanted. I want to just do what we typically do. No, let me tell you, you want this. I remember when they did the DRM. They were spinning this thing like, no, you're gonna like it. This is what you want. You want Connect in the box because it's going to sense your heart rate. It's going to do your skeleton. You could control your Xbox with yelling at it. You want Connect in the box. We heard you. And it's like, no, we just want a gaming console. No, you want it. And that was the fallacy of that whole issue, was that they forced their Microsoft shit onto us. And for a cost. Remember, the Xbox One was $500. It was more because they wanted Connects in there so they could read your, remember, they could read your face and see if you're responding. Like, they wanted the camera on you while you watch TV. And that was the whole point. Like, they wanted the whole point was to entertain people and see their reaction with the camera, to monitor you. It was crazy. It was a spy camera. It was a camera that would see you, see your skeleton, read your emotions, get your heart rate. And they try to make it in, oh, it's a workout thing. No, they wanted that camera on you all the time while you were watching content, while you were doing stuff. And it was supposed to, they even offered saying like, well, if you're smiling and laughing and things like that to stuff on TV, we were going to feed you more of that. It was all deep in there. That's why that was in the box, because, and then if you remember, they did a whole Halo Studios and making movies and making TV shows. They made that, the one with Locke in it. They made the TV show Nightfall, whatever it was, with the leeches, stupid show. but it was like a Halo movie they made, and they would have Halo movies and Steven Spielberg. It was a whole way for them to collect visual data on people watching and consuming content. But that's why there was no games really for it, because that's what it was used for. It was going to be used to scan you. And people at the time with the Snowden stuff going on, they didn't want that stuff, and it was heightened. But they were forcing that on you for a price. Not only did they want it, they didn't even throw it in the box. They said, no, it's going to be $500 because you want it. We listen to you. Tone deaf. And it's going to always be online with 24 hours to check in online. Tone deaf. And that's what they did. They forced their stuff on you. And now they're doing it again. We don't want Ubisoft Classics. We don't want EA. We don't want Fortnite. Just give me my day one games and that's it. Why is on PC day one $16, but on console day one can't be just a $16 tier? It has to be a $30 tier with all the stuff thrown in it. I said it's the triple play bundle. Why on console is it the triple play? Why do you have to get all three? I don't want it. I only want to use the internet. I don't want phone. I don't want cable. I just want the internet. Well, that's going to be more money. You got to have it all bundled. And it's like, but PC gets it for $16 a month. Just Game Pass, day one games. Where's that tier for the console? You know, where most subscribers are. Oh, no, you get the whole bundle of EA and Fortnite and, coupons and goddamn Quiznos subs. And like, I don't want all this stuff. I just want your day one games when they come out. Well, yeah, you don't have that tier on console. Well, what about options, Phil?
I don't know.
Tone deaf.
I'd have to go back and look.
And what's crazy is that they're making it so apparent that they're treating the console like the third-class citizen, and that's the person who buys and spends the most, and they know that, so they're going to keep pricing them out. But tone deaf. And then twerking it around saying that, oh, yeah, it's exactly what you wanted. It's like, no, it's not what I wanted. What are you talking about? We heard you. No, you didn't. Especially how down on the boots on the ground Sarah and Phil are. Fan fest, signing checks, doing this, taking pictures, talking to fans. It's even more of a slap in the face because Sony's not talking to fans, but they seem to be giving people what they want. They seem to be hitting the nerves on the games. Nintendo does it. We don't see Bowser. He's resigned now. Bowser wasn't around signing fans and signing autographs on Switch 2s and shit like that. Dude, no, he was nowhere to be found. He's like, dude, Mario Kart, Switch 2. Right, Aaron? He got you.
Hey, Aaron, where are you?
Right? Bowser wasn't there signing your Switch 2 after you spent $500 so you can't play it. No. Here's the game, here's the console. But Phil, signing other people's hardware, going around, Phil and Sarah.
You're my number one customer.
With the fans. Sign this, Phil. We talked to Phil. Phil took us out to dinner, meeting with Greenberg, talking about games. Great. So how is it that you got all the fan feedback wrong? How did you meet all those people and sit all that stuff and come back and go, yep, increase the price? $30 after we just did it last year. And at the same time, like this, you created a pattern here. Right before Call of Duty, you increased the price. You went from 17 to 20 and now 20 to 30. And you're throwing in a bunch of minutia and manure into the service going, well, it's value. And no, it's not. One account. You're asking for that one person that does it all. No. Family plan, maybe you get away with it. 3 profiles, $30. Maybe you're able to save some of it, but you didn't. You said one profile, the same old shit, and here you go. So, listening to the fans is not what you do. Truity with the 2. He goes, Phil said you got the option to have no option. Exactly.
Xbox, no. Phil does.
I said. Well, I said on my show, I said on Monday, they are pricing these people out. They want you on cloud. They want you off the console because they are done making. They are done R&D. And you know, maybe we'll do the Cerny video because it's not too much. But if you listen to the Cerny video and you hear how the R&D that he's talking about with AMD, when we get into that, that's the R&D that costs money. It costs time. And it's ways that they're finding unique aspects of the chip and co-developing with AMD to maximize the potential in a closed system environment in the console. That's R&D. That's costly. That's time. That's PlayStation engineers working with AMD engineers to come up with an optimized chip that makes gaming better. That's the stuff that we want to see when Xbox sits down. But when Sarah Bond said her shit, it was really just like, oh yeah, AMD is going to make all our devices and consoles, and you're just going to be ripping Frankenstein pots off of store shelves. People want customized hardware from you that maximizes the potential of the games that you make from your first-party studios that you spent $80 billion on. Why is this concept so difficult to grasp? Just like when the guy's like, I play on console. Oh, no, you don't. No, you play everywhere. Sarah, no. Because console is the most optimized place for me to play. That's what my preferred platform is. Why is that a problem to you? Why do I need to be on a Switch, on a phone with a strap on? Why do I need to be on a PC? I don't want to buy a PC. Why do I need to be on $1,000 handheld, Sarah? Why can't I just play here on the console and get treated like a first-class citizen here? This is your premium device. Imagine if Apple was giving all the goods to Android and their iPhone didn't get the features, but Android got them first. Who would stay there? They'll be, excuse me, whoa, wait a second. What do you mean they're getting features? Why would Android get all the latest updates to iCloud and all this other stuff, and the iPhone is sitting there and it's like, oh yeah, we'll get them at a later time? No, Apple software gets the features first on Apple's hardware. That's why you buy that brand. So why would PC and all that other stuff get gaming features over the gaming console that specifically makes games? Why? Why? And what does the Xbox experience that you're spending so much time on and spending all year on with Mr. I Think going around, Mr. I Think running around with his I think we're gonna do something. How does that benefit the console? Does the Xbox console getting a new dashboard? Is the Xbox console getting something better? Is Steam coming to the Xbox Series consoles? No. It's all PC for them. Even all the talk that they did this year, not one thing benefits the console. No update, no feature added. There's nothing. But those are the people that you're gutting and routing for money and getting more money from those people. And giving them less. Satya, more with less. Let's take more money from those console players and give them less stuff. And spend all that money that we're taking from them and invest it in making Windows better because we suck over there. But that's listening to the fans. Because those people that are asking Phil to take a picture with them, those people that are sitting and breaking bread with Greenberg, you think that's an Xbox dude that found about Gears on his Samsung Galaxy 23? You think it's some guy or girl that is playing on their Steam Deck? Phil, take a picture with me. You think it's a person that discovered Xbox on their LG TV and said, I got to go to FanFest to meet the person who did this? Sarah Bond, take a picture with me? I just played Xbox on the LG TV. Send me to FanFest. Maybe it was the family that discovered Xbox on their Amazon Fire Stick. And they got a controller and they go, oh my God, this is incredible. Where can I meet the man? Oh, where is he? Oh, I'm going to go have a meal with him. I want him to sign my controller because I play Xbox on my Fire Stick. You think those are the people? The hardcore PC gamer, RGB Lights is going to meet Phil? You think that's the person that's seeing Phil? No. All those people at FanFest, about 99% of them are Xbox console gamers. People that probably came from the 360, from the OG Xbox, and have been lifelong, bleeding green, lifelong Xbox gamers. Probably came from Dreamcast. Came from the fallout of Sega and gravitated to Xbox and been a fan for all those years. They're console gamers. Those are the people that you interact with at those game shows at there. It's not the dude that found you on an LG TV. It's not a bunch of people going, I play Candy Crush on my phone. I'm going to Fan Fest. Huh? No. Those are the people that he's talking to. Those are the people that want to take pictures, and he's the ones that he's not listening to. What's up, King Insult? Chris Duran, what's up, man? How you doing? Let's hear more of a fryer cooking them up.
It used to work. It used to be that in the 80s and the arcade days, this is pretty much what they were charging. My husband would take his $1 that he was supposed to be spending on his lunch, and instead of eating, he would go down to the arcade and he would play Pac-Man and Tempest. It wasn't a great deal, but it was the only deal in town. And that isn't the case anymore. Gamers have a lot of choice today. They can spend as much or as little as they can afford or desire to spend.
Drew with the 2, he goes, Phil can't do $1,000 a month later. Here the OEMs. Yeah, we're not going to grow with $1,000 consoles, he said. And meanwhile, he goes,
seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. $1,000 console, and you just said our Xbox. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
For over 20 years, Xbox was built around a very particular fence, the console. And it wasn't just a piece of hardware. It was the anchor. It was the anchor and the system that locked in loyalty. You had dedicated hardware which created lock-in. With Xbox Anywhere, that no longer exists. You had first-party exclusives like Halo, Gears of War. They drove identity. With no more exclusives, this is gone.
And why is that concept so difficult for people to understand? Closed platform, dedicated software for that platform. You want to put it on PC and other places elsewhere, fine, but you start at home with the exclusives and the games built from the ground up for the hardware that you created. That's the whole point of first party.
Xbox Live turned multiplayer gaming into a hangout for your friends.
Nice one.
Hey, we make a hell of a team.
When you moved out of your dorm room, your friends were still there for their Halo LAN party on Friday. It created a place to play games together, forever locking in loyalty. And Xbox courted developer opinion. They incorporated it into their ecosystem and rewarded third-party publishers and developers. It was a true partnership.
And that's the thing. And that's another thing. They're talking about, we heard you. How is them increasing the price of their console, increasing the price of their services? How is that going to attract developers? They were trying to fight to attract developers with the low install base that they had of Game Pass, not growing that fast. And the price increase here is just going to make Game Pass numbers come to a halt. How is that going to be appealing to developers at the game at the game devs? And how? It's not a growing platform anymore. And if you need an example, just look at the Switch 2, guys. Like, look at the Switch 2. The Switch 1. Developers saw the growth of the moving of that hardware. All of a sudden, everybody started making games for the Switch. Did they do that with the Wii U? No. They did it with the Wii. All of a sudden, the Wii's selling and they're making games. Mindshare, developer mindshare. You could not garner developer mindshare with the Xbox Game Pass for all these years now. And now that you increase the price, that growth is stalled out. So what are you going to do? Unless you're just going to drop more money to get certain games and indies in there. Or just get some low grade stuff, which they've been tweeting out. Which, granted, do you believe, like Ron and stuff, like, do you believe they have been tweeting out these kind of like these games like day one? Like, what was it today? I think I just saw this today. I was just like, what the hell is this? Where is it? Where's my bookmarks? Like, they've been doing this all week. It's like, yo, talking about not listening. Like they're going extra hard on these indie games, candy ranges. After you just increase the price of $30, I understand that these games are coming out, but and that's idea at Xbox. But look, like PC Game Pass available today, and then they did another one. Where did they do that one? They did coming to Xbox Game Pass. Like, yo, man, like you should. I feel like you should take it back a little bit, maybe, because you're doing 360. Like you just announced a price increase, and I would just highlight your games really, and just say others are coming. But like the fact that they're going all out of their way and continuing to do this with like some real indie games, it really doesn't reinforce. And they're getting roasted in the chat. Like people like, and $30 for this, like it is just tone deaf. It's like there got to be a different way of doing it. Maybe turn off comments, or maybe just talk about the big games coming and say, and others are coming too. Like click here to like in the website, but they are like putting this thing front and center and just getting roasted. Like it just shows that they don't care about public perception of Xbox anymore. There's no more Phil keeping face anymore. Like it's kind of like it's like the Wizard of Oz. The wizard has been exposed. Pause.
Xbox wasn't created to sell hardware. It was about creating a closed loop where Xbox owned the customer relationship and the developer relationship. It was bigger than just one product. By controlling the full stack, the hardware, the operating system, the exclusive content, it gave them the ability to set the rules for players, publishers, and partners. And it worked. It created cultural identity. Xbox wasn't just a brand. It was a lifestyle. It was a point of view. It was innovation and core gaming. It was cool. And the identity wasn't built through slogans.
Wow. Laura, this is crazy. She has like the Cerny ASM, like but the stuff that she's saying, them are fighting words. Like she is roasting them, but she's doing it in the most pleasant way. It's a pleasant roasting. It is like a fire roasted, but she's not going in there with the heat. She's just like, no, we're just going to let it burn from afar, because she's like, it's not slogans. It's not when we all play, we all win. It's not like, and Phil even like in that Xbox podcast was like, when we play, we all win. Everybody plays, we win. When everything's an Xbox, like we've done all these slogans before. And it's just like, dude, no, it was a lifestyle built around community of games and the interaction in those games. And they lost that. And they just do Phil. That's what I said before on Monday's show. Like they lost the focus of the games identifying Xbox, whether it was cloud. And this is why when Phil said, if you just make great games, everything will turn around. It's like, dude, that's what you needed to do. You needed to make great games that people would identify and that's to not just move consoles, but that was to identify your service, to subscribe, to download the game on Windows, on Xbox Windows Store. Like it helped identify the purpose of Xbox if you gave them games that meant the damn. But when you gave out games that weren't ready, we're sorry, we heard you, third-party games, now they're Xbox after courtroom documents, and we're not going to do anything to make it special.
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all this.
And that is the biggest problem. Because he was talking about the console, but Phil, great games will bring people to your platform regardless of console, and you needed to make that about them. Instead, you made it about slogans and you, and talking in your thing. And I gotta film this video, grinders. Hit that like button. We're cooking. The good old days. Fryer cooking. The oil's heating up. Cal says, forgot how important competition. Just look at Battlefield. Exactly. Battlefield came back with a vengeance. They put that in the cooker going, yo, we got roasted the last Battlefield. Call of Duty was cruising for a couple of years. Well, we're back. That's what competition does, and look who benefits from it.
It came from focus. It was real, and it drove ecosystem loyalty. Players didn't just buy games, they built their identity and friendships around the brand. And the more time they spent inside the system, the harder it became to leave.
And the more money they spent. Hey! Video game journalist from 2022. My goodness.
My life, it was genuinely a pop culture event, and I don't say that lightly.
Like zoinks!
7,000 stores are opening on midnight.
They've been waiting a long time for this.
They were chanting Halo 2.
Halo 2! Halo 2!
Just felt like something new was going to happen in entertainment.
But not anymore. Now there's no reason to stay. This is an Xbox is destroying all of the brand value built over the years. It was meant to be an inclusive message where everyone is welcome, but it ended up hollowing out the brand because if everything is an Xbox, then nothing really is.
Oh, man.
Another one. Another one.
He's grossing them.
The Xbox glaze and the glaze and Xbox Discord to spread PlayStation fun.
It's crazy, dude. And that is the tone of the whole thing. If everything is an Xbox, then nothing is an Xbox. And like I was saying before on my shows, the thing is like when if I spent like, so we talked about Cerny and what they're doing with AMD and that R&D and the time that's taken to make the Hovis method and the vapor chambers and the Xbox Series consoles and all that R&D, and they made this console specifically designed. They made a proprietary memory card to expand and all this stuff, all this R&D. They didn't take a M.2 off the shelf and put it in an Xbox. They made a specific one that taps into the bus and it plays HD, DVD, Blu-rays, and all that R&D in that hardware and selling it. And then they're putting this thing out there. And then after they do all that R&D, if you're a company and you did all that, then you turn and you go, oh, you don't need this. You got an Xbox already. Huh? We just spent millions of dollars, billions of building this custom game system, but you don't need it. The thing in your pocket's an Xbox. The TV in your house is an Xbox. You don't need this Xbox. But that Xbox plays games. Yours does too. That Xbox plays different games. Yeah, we won't talk about that detail, but you got it already. You don't need this. So by saying, so you're telling me that all that stuff that you did does not make that thing special. It plays games, but everything you have is an Xbox. It's like you moved into a house and you don't want anybody to show up. Oh, no, that's all right. You stay where you are. So when you say everything is an Xbox, you're basically saying that we don't have anything special here. What we're making, what we just spent our money on, it's nothing special. You got it already. On your LG TV, on your phone, on your MetaQuest. Yeah, that's an Xbox. The MetaQuest is an Xbox? Yeah. It plays all the games that on Xbox? No. But yeah, it's an Xbox. But why are you marketing it as an Xbox if it doesn't even play the same library of games? It's because that's what they did. It's because that's what they did. They're basically lying. They're basically just doing slogans.
You're my number one customer.
That's what they're doing. So if everything is an Xbox, like, just remember, we'll take the Cerny thing again. That whole tech talk with the PlayStation 6. PlayStation 6 comes out, and Cerny comes out and goes, we did the background. Cerny comes out there and he comes out there after the PlayStation 6 comes out, and then here comes Cerny. Here he comes. Hi, I'm Mark Cerny, and I'm proud to show you the PS6. We've been working on it for almost 4 years. I've been sitting with AMD. I've been sitting down with my team, and we made the most amazing console ever. We love our SSDs. We love our games, but what we love the most is the PS6. So I am proud to let everyone know that on November 14th, 2027, I'll be pleased to announce and release a PS6. But you already have a PS6, so you don't need this, because everything is a PlayStation. So don't worry about it. I'll be happy to be there in November, but you don't need it, because everything is a PS6. Everything. Your grandma, your moms, your TVs, your car, everything is a PS6. You don't need this shit. Oh no, I cussed. Oh shit. But you don't need my shit. You got it already. You don't need this shit. We don't need R&D. I was just playing. You have it all already. So don't worry. Everything is a PS6 because everything is there. You don't need my SSD. You don't need everything PS6. You don't need my shit. Oh, I cussed again. But this is Mark Cerny, and I'm proud to tell you that you don't need the shit that I'm building. Thank you, because everything is a PS6. My God, Mark Cerny. My Mark Cerny. Incredible. And that's exactly what Xbox did. All R&D. All the years telling you that this is the place to play. But now everything is. Hit that like button, Grindhouse. Mark Cerny here on a Friday. Incredible. I got him in the office. I got him here. Thank you, Mark Cerny. Thank you for being here. Go cook that PS6. I know that's not you, Cerny. I know you're going to tell everybody we need a PS6. But thank you again, Cerny. The drunk go home. But imagine. Because that's exactly what Xbox did. They spent all this R&D, the Hovis method, Mr. Gaming Gandalf coming out there going, we have built the architecture and you know what? Where is he? It's Friday. Hit that like button, grind. We got cooking right here. Hit that subscribe button. We're gonna cook right here. Where is Xbox Series X hardware reveal? Just to kind of overlap on Laura Fryer here. Talking about like hardware Series X hardware reveal. In 2019 they called it Project Scarlet. They even had a project name for it. That's how long it took them for Xbox. But yeah, like all this, incredible, right? Look, everything's an Xbox
gaming. It's not just PC, it's not just console, it's not just mobile. It's really all of the above.
Xbox is all about choice. We're investing in technology all throughout the game stack.
We put the fan at the center of every decision we make.
The games you want with the people you want on the devices that you want.
And for us, that starts with our next generation console.
Very hypocritical, don't you think? They started it off already. That guy's gone anyway. They're all gone. But they start over, well, it's about everything. But it starts with a console. You just said we don't need it.
We don't want to build just another console. We truly want it to be transformative.
What? Transformative, they said. But I already got it right here on my phone. What are you talking about, Gaming Gandalf? Gaming Gandalf, what are you talking about? Transformative? I got it right here.
Xbox Gandalf says, thou shalt not.
I got it right here. You got it. Aaron got it. Hey, Ron. Mango, you got an Xbox. Ron, you got one. Big Mojo, you got one. Lou Flame got one. Crooked Volt, you got an Xbox.
More immersion, more exploration, more detail.
How do we make it easier for people to get into the game, to stay in the game?
One of the things that gamers and developers are incredibly excited about is reducing load times.
Wait, my phone reduces load times? What reduces load times? How incredible. Starfield must have reduced load times. It was built for the Xbox, right?
I'm an RPG gamer, and so like Loading screens are a thing.
Man, I would like to get her reaction of Starfield.
Sitting there in the fake elevator because you know that the game's loading in the background. This is just an elevator ride forever.
That's our goal with gaming, is that you don't have those pauses.
This generation.
No pauses because of the Xbox. So my phone does this? See, everybody's excited. What's up, PlayStation Sweden? Let me get the super chat here. Cooking from Marvelous Marvin. With the 10, he goes, Ghost of Yote is incredible. Amazing visuals and gameplay. Wow. Well, the way they're talking right here on this show, we should have an Xbox version of Ghost of Yote, don't you think?
And is special because we've really unlocked this new capability to connect with the characters and worlds in a way that no previous generation has allowed. This
Connect? What does that mean?
Generation is going to be a bigger leap than any generation we've done before.
Uh-oh, here it is. But remember, you have an Xbox. Everything is an Xbox. Your LG TV is an Xbox. But what's this thing?
At the heart of our next generation console is our custom design processor, leveraging the latest Zen 2 and Navi technology from our partners at AMD.
Xbox stand up says, thou shalt not. I think.
From a pure processing perspective, this is 4 times more powerful than the Xbox One X. We're leveraging high bandwidth GDDR6 to ensure that we're getting the best performance possible.
Wow, sounds like a lot of work. Don't you think?
It's going to usher in resolution and frame rates that we've never seen before. Like, never seen before.
That's probably why Mike Ybarra is bitter. They got this dude standing in Xbox gear sweatshirt, spewing out some Phil Ness bullshit.
Xbox, no.
They're like, Mike Ybarra, read the card. Tell them, like, we're never going to see these things before. And Ybarra's like, I'm done with them. Now that he doesn't work with them anymore, he's like, they put me in a sweatshirt. They made me read some horse shit that Phil wrote up.
In resolution and frame rates that we've never seen before. Like, never seen before.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Hellblade 2, 30 frames at launch. Like, man, never seen before. Oh my God. Starfield, Redfall, 30 frames. Trees that we've never seen before because they're on PlayStation. Phil gives them trees and bushes, but on Xbox, like never seen before because you don't see the trees and the bushes because Phil takes them down because of memory constraints, because of booster box. Michael Meridian with the 2. He goes, Jez, play the Series S video. Oh, wait. Yeah, they took that down. They took that down. Gaming Gandalf's beard was only 3 inches long during that one.
We're looking at frame rates up to 120 frames per second.
120 frames. Hellblade, you got 220 frames.
8K capability.
8K. Look at Gaming Gandalf.
Go back and look at that.
Look at him. Dude, look at him. He's ready to... Yo, that is some spooky-ass picture, man. That is fucking Halloween right there. That is a whole-ass Halloween picture right there. Everybody screen cap this thing and put it outside as a Halloween picture. You'll get no kids coming to your house for candy. That's some scary-ass shit. And then he calls up and they're like, trick or treat. And he's like, I think I got candy. I don't know. Maybe I got candy. I might have candy. I may have candy. I think I'll have it next year. Dude, that is some scary. That's a Halloween picture right there. Holy shit, happy Halloween. My God. Dude, I don't know where they took this video, man, but they got this man in a dark room with a beard to scare my ass off. Holy shit, put him in a fucking haunted house.
Variable refresh rate.
Next gen.
And he screams out variable refresh rate. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He's like, variable refresh rate, I think. VVR. 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 Welcome to my house of I think. I think you will be scared. I think we'll have variable refresh rates. VVR.
Xbox hardware release.
Next gen ray tracing.
Next gen ray tracing, Phil. But we forget the ray tracing on Xbox is called Ray Charles tracing because you can't see shit.
Another one.
know, like I'd have to go back and look at the.
Xbox got some Ray Charles tracing. I can't see it. Exactly.
Real time because it's hardware accelerated. For the
Oh, man. Hardware accelerated on the chip. Oh, shit.
Like so.
Shaggy, get in here.
Hey, Shaggy, grab a bucket and some Lysol.
Hardware ray tracing.
There's fucking dog shit all over, buddy.
Hardware my balls.
Supposed to be picking up scrap.
first time ever.
What I'm personally most excited about is the SSD.
Oh my God, the SSD. Man, this sounds like a lot of work. Don't you think that this is a lot of work and a lot of fluff for something that they say you already have? PlayStation Sweden, Lady Gamer, you got this right now in your pocket. You got some Ray Charles tracing right now in your pocket. You got it right now, Lou Flame on your LG TV. You don't need this. Isn't it pretty amazing? This sounds pretty intense. Look at the work that they're doing. Look. The SSD, VRR, the vapor chambers, Hovis methods, baked on a chip. It sounds very, very extravagant. But you don't need it, though, because everything is an Xbox. Do you see the people that lined up to buy this thing? Why are you even hyping up this is an Xbox? Because know what that is? That's a kick in the nuts.
An exciting life.
That's what it is.
Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch.
You lined up for this horse shit. Oh, the chip and ray tracing and frame rates we'll never see before. Just for Phil Spencer, after he gave you 30 frames at launch on your shit ass console, telling you go, guess what? Dude, the phone in your pocket's an Xbox. Fuck this thing. You don't need it. I lined up for this. I paid $500 for this. You don't need it. Your Samsung TV is an Xbox. Fuck it. You don't need this. Do you see the problem? Everything is an Xbox, but nothing is an Xbox. It devalues the whole point of everything that they're lying about here, but it just shows the R&D and all this stuff that for them to do this in 2019, and this is this generation, they called it Project Scarlet. That's how long they've been working on it. They talked all about this before they even announced what it is. For them to just say, you want to know what, guys? Everything is an Xbox in 24. 4 years later, they're like, yeah, you know what, guys? That Meta Quest is an Xbox. It's like, what? What do you mean? Does it do loading screens? Does it have ray tracing? Ray Charles? No, it don't have any of that. Does it have an SSD? No, it's an LG TV. You don't have no friggin' SSD.
A new generation of SSDs. We're actually using the SSD as virtual RAM. We're seeing
wow, is that my Samsung TV must be lit.
More than 40 times.
I never knew all this about my phone. Did you know all this? Hit that like button. Did you know all this stuff about your phone? I can't believe this. We need Aaron. Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. Where are you?
There he is.
Where is Aaron right now?
He's on Donkey Kong.
Performance increases over the current generation.
The combination of the SoC and the solid-state drive are really what gives you a totally new experience.
Now we can take all of that power and apply it back into the scene, so we can actually generate more life in that world.
Man, this was Halo. How'd you like it? Anybody play this Halo? Did you? I didn't play this Halo. Did you play this on your phone or LG TV? This was Halo. Did you play it?
And bring it to the gamer in a seamless.
Look at this. I don't remember those things in Halo. Do you remember those? I remember the Halo rat with no hair. The hairless rat. I remember that. I don't remember these guys in Halo.
Way.
So that then you're fully experiencing what the game developer wants you to experience.
When you can move through worlds without waiting for screens to load, that's
man, somebody should tell Todd Howard about this feature.
Speed, that performance is what the next generation is about.
This is the most immersive console experience ever.
Oh, the most immersive console experience ever. Anybody tell me? I can't believe all this stuff about my phone and about my TV.
What we really want to do is give developers the power to build the game they've always envisioned.
Oh.
We have hundreds of people across both our first-party studios as well as our third-party studios working on those next-generation experiences today.
Wow. First party studios, incredible. Where are those games? Welcome to the house of I think. I think those games are being made. I think first party may use the system on a chip. Welcome. Welcome to the haunted house of I think.
It's an amazing commitment to content at Xbox Game Studios.
Dude, I wish I could go back there and tell you they're gonna screw your ass. Forza sucks now, dude. Forza sucks. They had this guy touted out on stage with cars for years, and now he's in the dirt. They got him goddamn. He's now getting coffee for friggin' playground games because the Forza Motorsport is in the shithole.
There's 13 studios, 7 in the last year. That's a big family.
Did you talk about how many they closed?
At 343, for us, it's always about more seamless worlds.
Oh, who played this Halo? Anybody? Anybody?
Like zoinks!
Next generation, we can bring the world to life in a way we've never experienced Halo before.
Man, oh man. Man, oh man.
I waited for Halo.
You're my number one customer.
You gave me was bootleg Joe. Oh, now we sit and wait for comment. Hands up.
Yeah. What a wonderful Halo.
We're
It was on the
delivering
box,
4
remember?
generations of content better than you've ever seen them before.
Man, didn't he just say that about the ROG Ally X?
This console is especially awesome for Game Pass members. With the faster load times, you're going to be able to experience all the games within just a snap of your fingers.
We're giving gamers the option to connect across devices and across platforms.
So that does sound like a lot of work and a lot of R&D. So how the hell is my LG TV and Xbox? Lord Fryer, cook them.
For Xbox fans, it feels like they've been kicked out of the house. Go away, says Xbox. You don't need to play here with us. Go find new friends. Go find a new place to play. You can do this anywhere. Have fun.
The choice you make is a chance to feel something new. Good luck.
Good luck and have fun. There she said. See? So this is what I mean. Do you see the difference of like how they focus on the console and development and all this other stuff just to kind of just throw it to the side and just be like, yeah, everything's an Xbox. Fuck it. Like everything is. It's them giving up. It wasn't empowering the brand because the brand didn't have brand identity to begin with because of the game quality was still not there. And then they went out and bought stuff that was everywhere and still everywhere and going like, oh yeah, we own it now. So you still don't have brand identity. You're done. What's up, Michael Murray? And he goes, Digital Foundry got the magnets. Oh man, a Gaming Grindhouse Music Classic. Hit that like button for a Gaming Grindhouse Music Classic. That's right. Digital Foundry with the magnets. Oh my God, I remember that was like one of my OGs. That was like one of the OG videos there, that one. And then Aggressively Average Gamer, also known as Thrifty, who will be streaming tonight. We're going to be doing Battlefield. He goes, hit that like button, you grinders. Those games all got canceled. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Thrifty telling you the facts right now. Man, oh, man. Where's my... Wait, I think we need a little bit... Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Oh, this one. Let's hear this song. Let's hear this one. Oh, grinded. There we go. Game Pass interlude. Game Pass interlude. Hit that like button.
Xbox hikes the price up high. Game Pass costs and makes me sigh. $20 now every month. Feels like slime, it ain't no front. While it's bleeding, I must grieve. Playing games ain't cheap, believe. Need to hustle to afford these console games I can't ignore. $20, what a shock. Xbox, man, you beat the clock. Game Pass blues I got today. Still I'll play, come on, mate. Tell me why you raised the cost. In this game, I'm feeling lost. Used to love the deals they bring. Now it's all a different thing. Money's tight, but love's still strong. For those worlds where I belong. Guess I'll pay it for the ride with my controller first, what a shock. Xbox, man, you beat the clock. Game Pass Blues.
Dude, man, that was like Game Pass was $1. That was dollar bill Phil era. That was a dollar bill Phil, man. That was a dollar bill Phil, man. That was when they increased it. Man, that was increased to $20, man. They wish it was $20. Oh, damn. They wish it was friggin' $20. Oh, my God. It was craziness out there, man. It just, yeah. Laura Fryer cooking them all. Keep getting them. And where's the, I have the other one. Where's the one with the magnets? Yeah, where's my magnets? I think that one is the, one of the oh my God, dude, we got some grindhouse unreal craziness. The freaking magnet. Oh man, what is this one? Is this the nah? I think this is the one. Is this the one? Anyway, dollar bill Phil. Just think when you had dollar bill Phil, man. Oh, not like this.
Have fun.
Don't get me wrong, I understand why it feels like Xbox wants to move away from the hardware business. It's really expensive, and frankly, they've never been as good at it as Sony and Nintendo.
Oh, damn.
Both of those companies were always able to cost reduce in the later years and make a profit on their consoles. This was something Xbox struggled with when I was there. So I understand why they pivoted away from the hardware, why they want to move to Game Pass. Who wouldn't want a subscription service delivering endless value just like Netflix? But Netflix didn't grow by spending. It grew by scaling. It kept content costs stable while expanding reach and raising prices. That's how they eventually earned those margins. Xbox, on the other hand, bet billions on new content. But with Game Pass tethered to hardware and Xbox producing fewer consoles, Game Pass began shrinking with the hardware. At first, it looked like the Game Pass strategy might work. But Xbox didn't reinvent by replacing the old engine or the old fence with a better one. They just abandoned what they had and started chasing what they didn't understand.
Wow. Powerful words, man. Remember when Phil was talking about 2 billion gamers? Oh, we're going to get touch 2 billion gamers. It's like, Phil, worry about the selling 20 million consoles. Like, what are you doing? You know? What are you doing here? I'm going to touch 2 billion gamers. 2 billion. And if you remember when he sat on the bench with the Gaming Mankind, and he sat with him, and he said, you know what? I used to say 2 million gamers, 2 billion, 200. It was just a number. Like, you know, dude. They were chasing and they abandoned their house. See, that was the thing. And that was the reason why I even started this stuff, because they abandoned the people that made them. The people that stuck with them, the loyal people that bought their stuff, that believed their features, that built communities on it. They abandoned them to go chase this golden goose of little Timmy on a phone sitting at McDonald's who's going to play Gears of War and buy all the content and subscribe for $20, $15 a month. And they chased this imaginary figure, and they came back home and they're like, what happened? The house is beat to shit. Everybody's gone. Yeah, they all went to Nintendo and PlayStation and PC. So, they went to PC. Maybe we get them over there. Well, you could try, but they pretty much built their Steam libraries now. So you're just too late.
And sadly, it's not like they can rely on their games to solve this problem. Unlike the Netflix model, Xbox hasn't been able to keep content costs stable. Their leadership seems to have forgotten how to make games at scale, and this has led to many layoffs and cancellations. Don't get me wrong, there are good game developers at Xbox, but when you have leadership that doesn't understand or care to cater to the fans of the Xbox brand, how can they understand what you're trying to build? I know that many of them don't love this weekly Xbox drama, they just want to make games. With this latest increase to Game Pass, Xbox threw away one of their last advantages. They were the best deal in gaming. You had access to 100 plus titles, day one AAA drops for years. With these price hikes, it feels like a betrayal, like greed over gaming. They've even lost the ever-present support of loyal press like Ryan.
While I recognize that this Xbox console generation isn't over yet, it's almost certainly going to be remembered first and foremost for Microsoft's greed.
Like
2
zoinks!
hardware price increases and counting. 3 Xbox Game Pass price increases and counting. 1 software price increase so far, and tens of thousands of layoffs.
Hey, Shay, grab a bucket and some Lysol. Scrub
It's
off my
shocking to me
tires.
how many of
There's
these
fucking
game
dog
companies
shit all
don't
over.
understand that the rules have changed. You can't hide behind the media and your influencers anymore when you make bad decisions. They won't cover for you.
They're still, dude. They're still trying to turn this around and spin it around. But man, oh man. Hey, Shaggy, I told you not to believe on Xbox. Scoops. Dude, it was Shaggy. That's it. Mystery machine gone. Mystery solved. We need to get them on now who Sneakers is. But man, like Ryan, diehard media that will fight for them. Like Ryan, she said.
And gamers aren't consuming media the same way. With the current economic challenges, they're doing their own research and they're deciding who they're going to give their hard-earned money to. And they're smart.
And that's the thing. Like, and no, this part of the video is exactly where she talks about us. Because this is where Microsoft didn't listen to the room. They thought that they're diehard people that would go to bat with them, that they influenced them enough that they would just talk great about this stuff and move on. They lost those people, but they thought that the consumer is dumb. They think that the consumer will just say, yes, sir. Yes, Phil, I will follow you. And the consumer found ways of stacking, of not doing this, or dollar bill Phil, or jumping on and jumping off. And they were savvy. And I said this many years ago, that the gamer is the worst person to mess around with. They are probably the very loyal, very educated, very smart and savvy, because that's the nature of gaming. You try to look for the easiest route, the clearest pathway. You look for patterns. And when you fight bosses, you look for patterns. You look for the weak spot. You look for this stuff. Nature in gaming is that you have the mental skill to do those kind of things. So when people try to one-off or try to dupe you or do this, you think a certain way because of your mind and how you play games. Gamers are smart people. They are most of them are, but they're usually not all of them. I know, millennials. I knew it was coming. I knew it's coming. I knew it. I left myself open. Pause. Kicking the nuts.
I can go directly.
I knew you grinders. I know you guys are hot asses. I know you're all hot asses. I know. I left it open, but let's explore this. Like, savvy. Most of them are. You would like to think. You're right. I see. All right. Nut shot. Grinders, nut shot. Grindhouse, 1 nut shot. Jazz over here. I got 2 nuts got on there. There you go. It's scat going. They're not smart. Aaron's not smart. We got one here. Aaron. So tell me, did you see the pattern? I don't know. We got one in here that's not smart. Aaron, answer the question. We actually have one in here. Let's ask him. That's a lot of Aarons. I didn't leave my ass open. Oh, my nuts open for a nut shot.
I have an exciting life now.
Oh, shit.
You're going to love my nuts.
Manny also just waiting for that one.
Recognize that the Xbox ROG Ally selling out on the Xbox site doesn't necessarily reflect excitement for the product. It could be due to limited
Phil is a Scatman.
hardware availability.
Scatman!
Is it truly hype for Xbox, or simply a lack of units at launch? I believe all of these changes and drama will harm Microsoft's brand as well.
Oh, yeah.
When we launched Xbox, Microsoft wasn't a beloved company. The antitrust case with the U.S. Department of Justice was a PR disaster. Game developers were salty because DirectX had overshadowed OpenGL, not because it was better. It got so bad that when I would visit a developer, I stopped carrying any kind of Microsoft-branded laptop bags or wearing any logos. I wanted to avoid the inevitable confrontations about the company. Xbox changed that.
And Sony,
That's crazy, dude. Yeah, because Xbox broke the whole corporate, like Microsoft, that had actually a cool brand, the brand that was different from the greedy, horrible Microsoft that it was just like people were ashamed of back at the time with Bill Gates and stuff like that. Crazy.
Oh, they're movies, they're cool, they're
There she
awesome.
is.
And Microsoft is like, they wear khakis and they're boring and they're Office and they're Windows. And it's like, I can't overstate.
Whoa, let's see what she said
Xbox's
there. She's like, wait a second.
And Sony, oh, they're movies, they're cool, they're awesome. And Microsoft is like, they wear khakis and they're boring and they're Office and they're Windows. And it's like, I can't overstate Xbox's impact on Microsoft's public image. It made the company feel approachable, fun, and less serious. It sparked excitement across the organization. By day, you might debug a printer driver, but by night, you were gaming on a cool console. And that console was made by your company. Amid recent controversies, that advantage is fading. When the source of your cool factor starts to seem greedy, it hurts your ability to attract and retain talent. If you think mission and perception don't matter, consider Zuckerberg's recent loss of engineers to Elon's XAI. Despite offering $250 million and direct access to Zuckerberg, they still left. They passed on life-changing money because XAI's culture and mission resonated with them more deeply. I can't say for sure where this is headed. It appears that Xbox is moving towards cloud gaming and away from hardware. But it also could be that they're just incompetent, that they just don't understand what they're doing and they're trying things.
Another one.
Oh, man.
Xbox can't compete as they are getting washed in
Oh, man, you roasted them.
crushed in cloud.
Roasted. They're just incompetent.
Smashed with PC
They have no plan.
Oh no, they suck again.
Another one.
They suck again.
Damn. And you want to know what? She's right. I think they are incompetent. I think they're throwing. I've said, how many times we said it? How many times we said they're throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks? What's going to happen? Like, I don't know. It seems so counterintuitive. Like, you talk about growing and getting developers and growing in this and getting more people. Phil just said a year ago, like, he was like, this is crazy. The Xbox podcast. What did he say? This is what I mean. Like, they are throwing. I think it is. They are incompetent. That's what I think is going on. I there's no strategy. They didn't know what they wanted to do with Activision. They just wanted to buy them. That's all they knew. We just want to buy them. But what are you going to do with them? Well, we don't know. Like, at first, we're going to make it exclusive. Then we're going to put it on Nintendo. And then NVIDIA, you get some. And, we'll sell the cloud off to Ubisoft. And, dude, it's like nobody thought about this. Nobody said, we're going to spend $80 billion. How do we get this back? So I go with the latter. They're incompetent. They're trying to just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. That's it. That is all they're doing. And what's crazy is that this guy comes out here like this and says...
And then knowing that, how do we think about our first-party games and
big games like
It makes them accessible to, hundreds of millions of people.
Wait, Phil, where was that whole thing where your strategy? Right here.
Global is possible. Diablo 4. Amazing. Can we come back to the point, Phil, you mentioned at the top, this isn't really a change in strategy for us. Can you recap
Phil,
for
talk
me
about how
isn't?
we're not taking more money from more people.
Yeah, and I thought both Matt and Sarah did a really nice job of talking about what we're doing on Xbox, where we're going. If you take a platform feature like Xbox Play Anywhere, which has been a promise that we've made on our first-party games, that you can buy our game once, you're going to get play across Xbox and Windows. I think we're the only platform that does this.
Exactly. Hence why you're in trouble.
That makes it possible for you not only to play with your friends wherever they are, but to know that you actually have multiple entitlements to the games. I think that's a technology I would love to see applied to more platforms.
Nobody's losing money, Phil, by giving away copies.
But it is.
And what's a technology? It's not a technology. It's basically putting your game on an Xbox and giving the free version of PC. How are you going to do it? So how would other platforms do that, Phil? This is what I mean. They're incompetent. How would another platform be able to sell a game on their console and then give their game away for free on PC? So what? PlayStation, will you buy God of War on PlayStation and then what? They give you the Steam version? How does that work out, Phil? How does that work out? Or do they build a store to compete with Steam like you did and see how many people go to there and give it away for free over there? Epic Store gives away games for free every single day. Free games. Do people live in Epic Store? Hell no, that's the last place a PC gamer wants to be in. So just by giving games away for free doesn't mean people, that is a wonderful technology. What technology? It's foolish.
Is this view that people are going to play Xbox in multiple places, whether it's play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want, whether it's content, community, and cloud, whether it's when everybody plays, we all win. Like, we've had different taglines, different strategy.
Taglines. Didn't she said? They were all taglines. Didn't he just say? She said you're going to try to win with taglines. You just said it right there.
Kind of words that we've used, but always with this.
Words that we used. See, that's the problem. It's words. It's taglines. It's slogans. It's marketing YouTube videos. But in practice, it's not all your games. It's not every device. It's not free. You buy your game on Xbox, you can't play it on a phone. You got to subscribe to access the game that you own on the phone. So what are you doing? These are not like freebies. You're not giving freebies out there. There's a lot of small print that in action, that's not what it is. When you all play, we all win. When you were saying that, there were no games that you were putting on PlayStation. So what do you mean when we all play? And then Nintendo Switch and PlayStation had the largest install bases of console, but you're saying when we all play, we all win. Well, who are you talking about? You're not talking about them. So your words meant nothing because it wasn't real. Content, community, and cloud. What community? What community? The community that you just increased the prices for? That's your community? Mm-hmm. Talk about this, Phil.
The games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want, when anybody play, when everybody.
You are thinking about the future and this concept of live service games,
creative endeavors across our studio.
Where's this part where
I do have a fundamental belief that over the next 5 or 10 years,
here we go. This part.
And what the biggest games are today, it's a natural place. Whether it's one console and PC, multiple consoles, mobile console and PC, you see big games landing on multiple platforms. And we want to be a great platform for creators that are trying to realize that potential. But now,
how are they going to be a platform for creators when they keep increasing the prices to deter gamers? Because creators want to be where the customers are. And if you are chasing your customers away with increasing prices, what are you doing to creators? Like, that's what a lot of people misled. Like, they're like, oh, they are just chasing away Game Pass subscribers. They're chasing away the gamers. No, they're also chasing away the creators. They're chasing away developers because they are telling people, get off our platform. It's too expensive. And that's right, Josh. He is wrong. He's misunderstanding. He's talking about Fortnite, but he don't own Fortnite. The only thing he's talking about is Minecraft, which they bought when it was everywhere.
Now back to the specifics of the question.
Here it is.
These four specific titles. We looked at games that are over a year old. So they've been on Xbox and PC.
Again, another lie, because he put games day and date. But wait, keep going, Phil.
For a while. A couple of the games are community-driven games, new games, that kind of first iterations of a franchise that have reached their full potential, I'd say, on Xbox and PC. There's always growth. Franchises
Jackie
that
Jones.
We obviously want to continue to invest in.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Grimm. I appreciate it. One VIP went to Lou Flame in the house. There you go, Lou. Welcome to the VIP. Check out the video from earlier this week. Thank you,
part
Mr.
of
Grimm.
having the ability to continue to invest is that the businesses behind those franchises continue.
Hi-Fi Rush he's talking about right there.
We think it's important that these service-based games that have communities behind them, that they can have confidence that they're going to exist in the future. So
Wow. So Hi-Fi Rush, you guys are very confident that there's a future for you? Hi-Fi?
of them kind of community-driven games that will end up on other platforms and give us the ability to continue to invest in them. We think that's great for the business and great for the communities, more players to play with. I'd say two of the other games are smaller games that were never really meant to be built as kind of platform exclusives and all the fanfare that goes around that.
Have there been any?
But games that our teams really wanted to go build, that we love supporting creative endeavors across our studios,
Hi-Fi
regardless
Rush, right?
of size.
Hi-Fi.
And as they've realized their full potential on Xbox and PC, we see an opportunity to utilize the other platforms as a place to just drive more business value
Hi-Fi
out
Rush.
of those games,
That's
allowing
it.
us to invest in maybe future iterations of those, so
Hi-Fi
sequels
Rush
to
2?
those, or just other games like that in our portfolio.
Oh, you got more games?
And when we don't damage Xbox and we can grow our business using what other platforms have and to help us with that, we're going to do that. And that's really the story behind these four games. And last thing I'll say, looking forward.
Here it is. And he did both.
I think there is an interesting story for us of introducing Xbox franchises to players on other platforms to get them more interested in Xbox. I don't know. Like Xbox, no, Phil does. We think there's a good brand value for Xbox there. So 4 games, no promise beyond that. So if you're on those other platforms and you see these 4 games coming, please don't take it as some signal.
I have an exciting life now. Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this.
That everything's coming. It's not. And we're going to learn.
So when you are thinking about
You learning.
future and this concept of live service games, games that can benefit from bigger audiences, new audiences, how does that apply to future titles and how you're applying that criteria there?
Yeah, there's really no fundamental change to how we think about exclusivity. We just came out of Developer Direct, which was an awesome show where we showed great games that are coming to
Indiana Jones, dude. He showed Indiana Jones, and they announced it for PlayStation. Oh, man, the day they announced it, dude.
Xbox and PC and cloud, which really makes them accessible to hundreds of millions of people. So it's this kind of, we're really focused on a couple platforms and what's going to show up there. But our key of play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want, when everybody plays, we all win. These have been part of our strategy for years and will continue to be. Our focus is on how do we continue to grow the games industry by reaching more players in more places, and how do we grow Xbox as part of that. Xbox is a hardware platform, Xbox is a publisher of great games, and Xbox as a platform for the world's best creators.
And then knowing that, how do we think about our first-party games and Game Pass?
Yeah, well, to build on...
Booty, shut your trap. Shut your crack, Booty. Lord Fry about to finish you. Roasted Booty. Shout out to PlayStation Sweden with the 50. Seek, he goes just to make some good buck to my greatest YouTuber later, Jez. Yo, thank you, PlayStation Sweden. I appreciate it, man. And Lou Flame, the new VIP in the house with 5. He goes, Phil nose grew so long, they poked the bear. Oh, man. He poked the bear.
When I used to work at Xbox, I always found it amusing to hear what people outside the company thought about what we were doing. We were often painted as these supervillains. And the reality was, we were just trying to figure things out. We had no idea what we were doing.
We had moments where we were like, wait a minute, like, am I the best person to be doing this?
It was definitely a whole bunch of kids making decisions about
Yo, she found the Aaron Greenberg tapes. Oh, man, she found the Aaron Greenberg tapes. Oh, man.
I can go directly to Blacknuts.
Oh, man, she found the Greenberg tapes. Like, should I be doing this?
off their pay grade.
You had a bunch of passionate people who weren't necessarily 100% the most qualified people to be doing the jobs, running as fast as they can to make this thing happen.
Ultimately, whether it's a money grab or mismanagement, the outcome is the same. Xbox and now Microsoft faces a problem. They need to rebuild trust with gamers and fans. I know people on the Xbox team, that are still there, that were there in the early days. They were there when we built all of this value, and they still understand what made Xbox successful. They can fix this, and I'm rooting for them and wishing them the best. With all of this recent backlash, I just hope that Xbox will take a moment, they'll pause, and they'll listen to these team members. Because at the end of the day, they know what to do because they're listening to you.
Man. Woo! Laura Fryer, frying them up, no oil. Oh, man, she cooked them. She cooked them, man. Holy crap. It is like the smoothest cooking. But my God, she is pleading to the people that work at Microsoft that made the Xbox, do you? Don't listen to Phil. She's calling for a mutiny. She wants them to raise up. Raise up? Raise up? Well, that makes me want to play something.
Grab your controller, it's time to compete.
Roman in the house!
Xbox, take your seat. We're always last in the race, and we will always be beat. Gonna spend more cash, make ourselves complete. Yeah! We need $80 billion, gotta make a splash. To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by Phil, and Booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more sucking, it's time to show we care.
Man, oh man, I just said raise me up. I heard Groban. I was like, Groban wanted to sing. Groban had to sing, man. My God, my God. Dude, she, yo, that was the most soft-spoken cooking I've ever seen. She air-fried them. That's right. She air-fried them, man. She's calling for a mutiny over at Xbox. That's what she wants. She's like, there are people there that know what Xbox is. Like, you got to imagine how frustrating it is. And what's crazy is that she admits there are people there that know what's best for the brand and for Xbox, but they are subdued. They are not listened to. They are not allowed to spread what they know all those years. And it's so interesting that it's the people there, and it's the same thing that the fans want. They want them to come back and be strong and do what they do. And all they've been doing, nobody signed up for this. Laura Airfryer. That's right. Nobody signed up for this, man. When they lined up, when they were glazing you with the hardware and all that stuff, nobody said, I'm going to buy a Series X because I'm going to go play on my phone with my Rikishi controller. What? Yes, I'm going to buy a Series X and a Series S because of my controller. I'm going to put that on my phone, and then I'm going to play it on my LG TV, and then I'm going to get a MetaQuest and play it. Nobody wanted that. Nobody signed up for that. You're giving stuff to people that nobody wants this shit. And how you know is because that's not selling. It's not growing Game Pass. It's not doing anything because you're doing stuff just because you want it.
Number one customer.
You're just making motions without thought. And exactly, incompetence. What she's doing there is that she is just saying that they are incompetent. They're making moves that nobody wants. Anybody bought that MetaQuest Black Edition friggin'
I can go
with the Xbox branding on it that all came with was a month of Game Pass and a MetaQuest? Nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted an Xbox button on a ROG Ally X when all the other buttons do the same thing. Nobody wanted an Xbox button. It's not even a real Xbox button that lights up like a real button. It's a friggin' on their button. They're going to have Steam on it soon. Lou Flame, he says, sing it, Laura. Oh, shit, there you go. Lou Flame just hit you. We got the goal. We're going to hear that Laura Fryer song. You guys got it. Thank you very much. Xbox stickers. Nobody wanted this stuff. That's why all these moves have meant nothing. Nobody wanted MetaQuest. Nobody wants to play Xbox on an LG and a Samsung TV. Look, if you have no interest in Xbox, and your TV boots up and says play Xbox games here for cloud, and you got to go sign up for $15 a month or $10 a month or $12 a month. And then you got to go say, oh, yeah, that's nice. And now go to the store and go buy a $70 controller. It's like, what? To use your TV's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi to play a game. Holy crap. That's a shit sandwich, man. That is horrible. But you got to go. Luna doesn't even work, and they make you play with the controller, the remote control. It's crazy. But I'll put Laura Fry's video in the chat, and then Grinders, we got some Phil Ness here. Woo! Oh man, I'm sneezing. Phil Ness got me sneezing. Oh man, but wait, I got something here. You're gonna like this one. We're gonna go some Phil Ness in time, man. We're going back in time. Talk about R&D development. You want to see something? Here we go. Here's Phil Ness. Oh man.
It seems like I guess it was Rod Ferguson confirmed to Polygon that the Xbox One S would actually be slightly more powerful than a base level Xbox One.
Yeah. Already the miscommunications. The One S, the little white one, was supposed to. Rod Ferguson gave the illusion that it was going to be stronger than the VCR Xbox.
Is that by design?
Well, so what happens when, even on the original Xbox One that we shipped, over the life of it, we will upgrade different components in the box, right? Because it's like availability or the manufacturers of the drives or something that will give us a new model and we'll put it in.
Cheaper to build or
something
a little bit better,
like that. So
easier
like
to
bandwidth
source.
on things on any of the generations of our console can go up and down a little bit. I'll say Xbox One S was designed. Let me put HDR kind of over here.
Yeah.
But Xbox One S was designed to run your Xbox One games the same way your original Xbox does.
Yeah.
I think what Rod was talking about specific to Gears, there's some things that happen that actually make his Gears run, the Gears build like right now, run a little better on Xbox One S than on Xbox One. I don't even, we're not done with the game when it lands. Yeah. The thing I want to make clear to people is they shouldn't buy an Xbox One S thinking it's going to run Xbox One games faster.
Right.
Because we didn't design it to do that. Mm-hmm. It is an Xbox One S. There are marginal differences in all the hardware, but it's an Xbox One. And it's Xbox One. That's how it runs the games. Now we have HDR.
Crystal clear.
So it will support high dynamic range for 1K games, if I want to call them Xbox One games.
Right.
And you'll get that in Gears, you'll get that in Scalebound, you'll get that in Forza Horizon. So it actually does run the games from that perspective a little better. If you don't have an HDR TV, you obviously won't see that.
Sure.
So, but I don't want anybody thinking the Xbox One S is some kind of performance improvement over the Xbox One, because it really wasn't designed to do that.
Okay, but Project Scorpio that's when we get into teraflops. That's when we get into going over the top and saying
the One X,
put out the most powerful console on the block.
Yeah. We, as I've shared in different places,
this is going to be a classic. All right, so turn up the volume just a little bit and get ready for another discovery in the gaming grindhouse of Phil Ness. This is going to be the creme de la creme of Phil Ness. Get ready. Just to show you all this research and development, it seems like a lot in the console that they say you don't need. That's why nobody signed up for this, but get ready. You're going to love this one. Hit that like button, Grinders, and thank you. Get ready. Oh, you're going to love this one. The comments going to be rolling.
We've been doing more work on PC, and we recently shipped Forza Motorsport Apex.
Right.
6 Apex on PC running at 4K. And we've been looking at what it takes to run these games at 4K on PC, and we wanted to bring that capability to console. And as we were looking at the device capability you need, it was really 6 teraflops that we had to go hit.
4K, everybody. 1X he's talking about, not the series consoles, the 1X. All right, let's keep going. Get ready for the VR.
In order to hit real high resolution, high fidelity VR or high fidelity 4K experiences. I'll get to VR in a second.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Get to VR in a second. Whoa, we got VR coming? Phil, hold on. Wait.
So that
I thought we weren't ready for VR, but wait, he's going to talk about that in just a little bit.
Designed to spec around 6 teraflops. We looked at what we could get done this year, whether we could actually hit that spec with a hardware refresh this year. We couldn't. So instead of putting out something less than 6 teraflops this year, because 4K I think really is the next step between the HD that we have now and the next step.
Those
Grinders, all you need is 6 teraflops for 4K. Everybody, we should be glazed in 4K, right? All you need is 6 teraflops, right? What do these systems now have? 12, 15, 24 teraflops, 32 teraflops, but you only need 6. You only needed 6.
Number one customer.
Right? You only need 6 teraflops. We don't, all the other ones are extra. Algametal, what's up, man? Thank you. Good luck. Just $5. Good luck. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. You only need 6 teraflops. We don't need the 20 that we got right now.
TVs are not much more expensive
That's
than
exactly right.
any other 1080 TV.
Yeah,
you know?
so we designed around 6 teraflops. It was interesting. As we were doing that, we started talking to people like Todd Howard, who you saw in our video around the announce of Scorpio, around VR, and really what they needed to bring the console-like experience you get in a game like Fallout to VR. And 6 teraflops, we made some slight changes in terms of memory bandwidth and stuff to make sure that we were also a great platform for high-fidelity VR experiences that a console player would expect.
Holy shit. Oh my God, grinders. It don't get better than this. They developed the 1X. This is not the series consoles. This is the 1X. He asked Todd Howard how much teraflops you need for VR, and he said, we got to move things around. Dude, they spent the time to build Fallout in VR for Xbox One X, and he canned it. Oh, crap. Dude, they built the box because Todd Howard said we needed 6 teraflops. Oh, shit. Where's your VR now, man? And to think we got PlayStation VR and Flight Simulator coming in December. Holy shit! VR-ness! Yo! Todd Howard's like, we need 6 teraflops, Phil. Make it happen. He built the console for VR.
Platform for high-fidelity VR stuff to make sure that we were also a great platform for high-fidelity VR experiences that a console player would expect. To VR, what they needed to bring the console in our video around the announce of Scorpio, around VR, and really what they needed to bring the console-like experience you get in a game like Fallout to VR. And 6 teraflops, we made some slight changes in terms of memory bandwidth.
It's coming!
To make sure that we were also a great platform for high-fidelity VR experiences that a console player would expect.
Man, oh man, Phil Ness. And then when Phil Ness is not done, Phil Ness got one more cooking. Grinders. Yeah, one more. Wait, Phil. Wait. Where are you, Phil? We got one more. There we go, Phil.
Hi, it's Larry Herb, Xbox Live.
Oh, man, Grinders. Enter the Grindhouse. Hit that like button. We added some Phil Ness to help out some Laura Fryer. Laura Fryer was cooking. I was like, Laura, we got to make them extra crispy. Let's roast Phil some more. So I said, Laura Fryer, I'll take it from here.
Here with Phil Spencer, head of Xbox. Phil, really exciting week with E3. We had some hardware announcements, including this little guy right in front of us. Tell us about this.
What do we call this one?
This is the Xbox One S.
Wow, oh wow. But Grinders, one of the things I wanted to show you and highlight is this. Look how interesting. Look at the timestamps on here.
Yeah, this joins
He's going to talk
Xbox
about the
One
1S,
family of
right?
devices. It's a great box. We designed it for a few things in mind. One,
he talks about it, right? Talks about it. And then look at this part. Look at the games. And Phil, let's talk about the games, because games is so important, right?
Out of Bluetooth device.
Talk about the games, Phil. Let's hear about it.
The team has done in hardware is about enabling the best
hardware. Let's talk about some games.
The biggest games lineup we've ever had this year. Incredibly proud to see the work that the teams have put on stage at E3 and the games coming over the next year. All of this is about letting people play those games, playing the games on the best consoles we can build, on the best service that we have, on the best platform that we can architect month in and month out.
Now, there was a massive moment at the...
That's it. That's all about the games. This is the problem that they've always had. It's about, look at the timestamps. Look how long he talks about the 1S. And then there's that little bit of games where he just kind of waves his hand going, yeah, we got games in the lineup and the games and the games and the games, and everybody plays the games on here, the games and the games and the games. All right, we're done.
The end of the show, where you unveiled and talked about Project Scorpio and your vision for that. Can we talk about that and what that means for folks?
Yeah. And now the rest of the podcast is Project Scorpio. Yay! Now I'm going to talk about more hardware. The games are this little section right here, but he's talking about more hardware now. Project Scorpio. Yay!
One of the things when we think about hardware generations is traditionally.
There he goes. And what's the next topic? Console generations.
The choice you've had to make in the past between console generations is, do I want to leave?
Where are the games, Phil? More console generations.
Is playable.
But let's talk about. There's got to be another topic where he talks about all the games you can be playing on this, right? Next topic.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Our hardware teams, and people don't see this so much on the outside, our hardware teams do all of this work to define what a console is at the launch of a generation. And then, frankly, they spend most of their bandwidth previously thinking about how to make that box
do you
more
see?
cost-effective.
We're talking about the box.
Where that box is in the name of our.
What about the capability of the games? What games and what do the games look like on these boxes, Phil? Nope. Keep going. More hardware teams, and what the last topic has to be all about the great games and what they look like on the console, right?
Right in front of us versus Project Scorpio. Why should folks buy this now versus Project Scorpio later?
I like that you're starting with what choice do I want to make as a customer, because that's how we thought about it. We wanted to give you the choice on which products you want to buy. And this is a great price for a console that will play all of the Xbox One games that are out there, all of our 360 back-to-back games, and all of the Xbox One
That's
games
it.
that are
All done. Are we done, Phil?
last year, seeing people use the Elite controller on the new
Talking
Xbox
about controllers
One S.
now.
Obviously, a lot of people using on Xbox One accessories, all your friends, all your social achievements, all of your games, most importantly, work across the whole line of Xbox One consoles.
Thanks so much.
So this little section right here where Phil just says games, 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 everybody games, and that's it. And that has been their problem. Always have been. Know about how the games won, what the games do, nothing. It's all about, and that's every show, was hardware, look at more hardware. And what did he do again?
Seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld.
But when it comes to what games can be played, and what about the games and all your games and some games streamed. Whoa. Yeah, exactly. So it's always been the problem. The games need to do the talking, the capabilities, and they didn't do it. And Laura fry them in the roasting. But grinders, when 200 people hit that like button, you guys earned a song. But to recap all of this stuff, the thing is that, who's this one? Is this the whole, oh my God.
Same thing?
Walk me through why you couldn't
Let's
have
do
done
one more,
something like
grinders.
xCloud 5 years ago.
Technically, or?
Was it, I mean, what was
Here's that famous interview. Phil.
you know, like, yeah, it was probably.
The feel of the game matching the visual fidelity that we've been able to, this generation, and the visual fidelity only goes up.
So at some point, it needs to be a business, though, that can live and die by the success.
Well, it's a profitable business today that's growing.
Is it profitable today?
Yeah.
When was it profitable? When did it become profitable?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at it has been a good business.
I ask you that because people speculate on that, on the profitability of the Xbox business.
We've said before the Xbox business is a profitable business.
But you never said really when or when. And, you know, it's always
Well, I mean,
it's
like,
always
I'd
in
have to go-
coded terms. You know, like yeah, it was profitable. You know.
Yeah, the Xbox business has continued to grow. We continue to invest in it. I would say it's not a business that we try to maximize the profitability. We see it as a growth business
Well, that was
inside the
very
company.
startup-y way of explaining
But you
things.
need to be there. Like, we're not. If you look at where gaming is going today, if you're trying to do something to maximize the
ouch.
The Xbox glaze and the glaze and Xbox Discord to spread PlayStation.
Dude called out the Phil Ness. Because he's like, he brought it up. It's a profitable business.
And feels will lead to.
It's a profitable business. He's like, oh, it is.
Feel of the game matching the visual fidelity.
One more time.
We've been able to. This generation, and the visual fidelity only goes up.
So at some point, it needs to be a business, though, that can live and die by the success.
Well, it's a profitable business today that's growing.
Oh, he did. The guy's like, excuse me? It is a profitable business.
GamePass is fucking raw shit.
He's like, it's a profitable business that's growing.
Raw chicken. It's raw. Fucking raw.
Never see this guy again, dude.
Raw Carol. Fucking raw. Raw. Fuck off. And by the way, it's raw.
Is it profitable today? Yeah. When was?
Yeah, it is.
Another one.
2 lies. Phil, 1 lie and 2 lies.
Is it profitable? When did it become profitable?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Xbox can't compete as they
look at the look. Look at his face. Oh.
Crushed in cloud.
Corner the lie. Dude, look at him looking. He's like, oh, damn. Dude, pull me out. Oh, no. Feels like, uh-oh.
They suck again.
Zoinks. He goes, like, zoinks. Look at that face. Dude, he know he lost it. It's like,
they suck again.
At this time, Phil knew he fucked up. Oh man, let's do it. I gotta do it one time. Let's get him in there.
This generation and the feel of the games, the kind of responsiveness, low hardware itself will lead to the feel of the game matching the visual fidelity that we've been able to. This generation, and the visual fidelity only goes up.
So at some point, it needs to be a business, though, that can live and die by the success.
Well, it's a profitable business today that's growing.
Lie number 1.
Is it profitable today?
Yeah.
When was it?
Lie number 2.
Is it profitable? When did it become profitable?
At this time, Phil knew he fucked up.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at it has been a good business.
I ask you that because people speculate on that, on the profitability of the Xbox business.
We've said before the Xbox business is a profitable business.
But you never said really when or when. And, it's always.
I'd have to go.
At this time, Phil knew he fucked up again.
Terms, like, yeah, it was profitable.
Oh man, Phil Ness.
Thrones is now done.
Yes.
And where do they want to go play those games? I love the fact that people want to go play those games on consoles, but I also know that people want to engage with their friends and community across so many different devices.
Yeah, I mean, what's so fascinating to me because
And there you go, Grinders. Oh man, hit that like button. This is part 1. We are ready for the gaming grind tonight. We're gonna be rocking here. Battlefield! Get your armor! Battlefield! We're gonna be rocking, and Grinders, you're awesome. Hit that like button. Subscribe here to the Gaming Grindhouse. And man, what a Phil Ness raw fryer. Thank you for making them toasted. I made sure he got well done and extra cooked because we're not going to let him go that easy. But Laura Fryer cooked them. And now you get a song, Grinders. Thank you. Hit that like button. Phil, you better be dancing to this one. Laura Fryer cooking them. Oh, yeah. You've been cooked.
Laura's in the kitchen, Xbox in the pan. No oil, no butter, she's got a master plan. Phil's in the corner, wearing that sly grin. They said Game Pass won't work, guess who's winning again? Cooking Xbox, flipping games like a pro. No oil needed, just let that sauce flow. They all doubted, but now they know Game Pass is the answer. Let the console glow. Pixel flames rising, controllers on the side, streaming in the skillet, take it for a ride. No recipe needed, just a digital fry. Laura's cooking Xbox and Phil's aiming high. No forks, no plates, just a high score spree. Sizzling achievements in 4K HD.